What are we gonna do, man? Oh my god, man, what am I gonna do? I don't know what these PET plastics are. I gotta look this up. Oh my god, what is this?
Hello, future scientists. I'm Dr. Kat,
Hi, this is Felicia. I'm the TA for this video.
and today we are diving one of the most widely used plastics in the world, PET plastic.
Wait, Pat? You mean Pat Cat?
That's funny. But no, PET stands for polyethylene terephthalate. It's a strong, lightweight, and recyclable plastic. PET was first prepared in England by J. Rex Winfield and James T. Dixon of the Calico Printers. Association during a study of phthalic acid begun in 1940.
Hmm, that sounds interesting. Can you tell me more about it?
Of course, PET is made of two key ingredients, terephthalic acid and ethylene glycol or dimethyl terephthalate and ethylene glycol. Together, they form long polymer chains like Lego blocks clicking together.
Oh, so that's why Pat is used in bottles, clothes, and even medical materials.
Exactly. PET is tough, clear, and doesn't react with food or water.
Hmm, then I have a question, Dr. Cat. How is Pat made?
Good question. PET is made in two main steps, polymerization and polycondensation. Let's break it down. When using terephthalic acid, it reacts with ethylene glycol in a direct esterification reaction to product an important intermediate in PET production called bis-2-hydroxyethyl terephthalate. Felicia, can you explain in detail for the mechanism?
Oh, yeah, sure. So the reaction begins with the hydroxy group of ethylene glycol attacks the carbonyl carbon of the carboxy groups in terephthalic acid. This forms a tetrahedral intermediate, which is a transient high-energy structure. Then a proton shift occurs, leading to the elimination of a water molecule. This elimination restores the carbonyl structure, forming an ester bond between terephthalic acid and ethylene glycol. Since terephthalic acid has two carboxy groups, another molecule of ethylene glycol reacts similarly at the second carboxyl site. This leads to formation of bis-2-hydroxyethyl terephthalate, which contains two hydroxy end groups, making it ready for further polymerization. When we're using the dimethyl terephthalate, it undergoes a trans-esterification with ethylene glycol. So this process actually replaces the methyl ester groups in dimethyl terephthalate with hydroxy groups from ethylene glycol to form the bis-2-hydroxyethyl terephthalate, which is BHET, while producing methanol as a byproduct. So this reaction is typically catalyzed by metal-based catalysts such as zinc acetate, antimony oxide, or titanium alkoxide. The catalyst polarized the carbonyl bond in DMT, making it more susceptible to nucleophilic attack. The hydroxy group in the ethylene glycol acts as a nucleophile. It attacks the carbonyl carbon of the ester groups in DMT, forming a tetrahedral intermediate. And this intermediate structure is unstable, and the reaction proceeds via a proton transfer mechanism. The breaking of the CO bond in methyl ester leads to the release of methanol. And the first step forms an intermediate monohydroxyethyl terephthalate. And this structure still has one remaining methyl ester group, which allows us to do a second trans-esterification reactions. And this leads to another nucleophilic substitution, forming the bis-2-hydroxyethyl terephthalate as a final product. And then another methanol molecule is released.
Exactly, but we are not done yet. PET undergoes a polycondensation reaction in the presence of a catalyst such as antimony, titanium, or germanium-based catalysts and being heated under vacuum at 270 to 290 degrees Celsius to remove excess ethylene glycol. This process leads to the formation of long PET polymer chains, while continuously removing ethylene glycol as a byproduct. The resulting polymer has a repeating ester unit with N equals 100 to 150.
Oh, yes, I got it. So, because it can be heated under vacuum at 270 to 290 degrees Celsius, so it's a thermoplastic. Then that means PET can be melted or molded into different shapes. And that's how we get PET bottles, trays, fibers, and more. Based on all that, the synthesized pad has strong thermal stabilities, mechanical strength, and transparency, making it ideal for applications like plastic bottles, fibers, and packaging materials.
So, why do we love PET?
Oh, because it's lightweight but strong, crystal clear for packaging, water and chemical resistant, and it's recyclable.
Oh, so that's why it's everywhere. But what happens to PET after we use it?
Hello everyone, welcome to episode 45 of PET Plastics. Today I'll be interviewing Dr. Fish. So Dr. Fish, what happens to PET plastics if we don't take care of them?
Your PET plastic has three possible fates. It can be recycled into new products, end up in a landfill for centuries, or worst of all, pollute our oceans.
But how does it cause pollution?
The reason for this is that PET plastic is not biodegradable, and it can linger in the environment for hundreds of years. Inappropriate disposal contributes to plastic pollution by causing accumulation in landfills and natural areas. PET decomposes into microplastics, which are abundant in rivers, seas, and even drinking water, and endanger both human life and aquatic life.
Okay, I feel like we're moving on too fast. So first of all, what does biodegradable mean, and how do microplastics endanger human health and aquatic life?
Biodegradable refers to the process of a material getting reabsorbed by the natural environment after living organisms such as bacteria and water molds break down the material into harmless products such as water, minerals, and carbon dioxide. Since PET plastics are not biodegradable, marine species can mistake plastic waste for food. When ingested, PET plastic can cause digestive blockages, malnutrition, and even death. Also, the production of PET plastic releases chemicals into the environment that cause air pollution and global warming, as they contaminate air, water, and soil, posing health risks to humans and wildlife.
Thank you so much for the interview, Dr. Fish. But now I want to talk about statistics. In 2018, the recycling rate for PET bottles in the US was 29.1%, whereas it increased slightly to 33% in 2023. This means that there is a significant portion of PET bottles that end up in landfills or the environment. In North America, PET production is linked to 8.8 million metric tons of carbon dioxide emissions annually, and the manufacturing process releases 2 million pounds of toxic chemicals into the air and water each year. It looks like the most effective way to solve this issue is to recycle, but how do we do that?
Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel where we talk about PETs. Not this kind, but the one that holds your drinks. Polyethylene terephthalate, or PET plastic, is one of the most common plastics in the world, and just like real PETs, PET plastic needs proper care or can become a serious problem. Just as my colleagues Dr. Darren and Dr. Fish highlighted, millions of PETs are being abandoned and left to break down in landfills and pollute the oceans. Studies have shown that the average person consumes around a credit card's worth of plastic every week. That's the equivalent of eating 4 to 5 PET plastic bottles in a year, or 8 to 10 plastic bags. But don't worry, today I'm going to show you how to be a responsible pet parent by making better recycling and sustainability choices. First, let's dissect what happens when we chemically recycle PET. PET bottles are first properly sorted to remove contaminants. Before PET can be recycled, it must be properly sorted to remove contaminants like non-PET plastics, leftover liquids, and absorbed chemicals, ensuring the recycled material is high quality, safe for reuse, and keeps the plastic in the circular economy. PET bottles then undergo depolymerization, where chemical processes like hydrolysis or glycolysis break the strong ester bonds, reducing PET back into its original monomeric units for purification and reuse. Once purified, these monomers are repolymerized through condensation reactions, allowing them to form brand new PET bottles with the same strength and quality as virgin plastic, closing the recycling loop. That's right, your PET can be reborn into a brand new bottle, fiber for clothing, or even medical supplies. Recycling PET keeps plastic out of landfills and reduces our reliance on fossil fuels. By making PET from recycled plastic instead of new, nearly 75% less energy is used. So by being a better pet parent, you are actually helping save energy and reducing pollution. So are you ready to be a responsible pet parent? Here's how you can help. Number 1, recycle your pets. Number 2, adopt our pet or recycled PET by looking for packaging labeled 100% recycled plastic. And 3, reduce PET waste by using refillable water bottles and sustainable alternatives. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Hit like and subscribe, and let's all work towards a future where every pet gets a second chance.
Alright, now I understand how important it is to recycle, to reuse, and make sure that my plastic waste is being put back into recirculation. I've learned I need to be a responsible pet owner. Make sure to recycle every single day so that you have a healthier environment.